computer. All right. So no cursing or swearing. All right. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to load up the Scorekeep. Believe it or not, it'll do its own automatic update, Rocky. So if had the guys made any changes, it may have told you it's doing an update. So can you see it all right? And it's centered in the square good enough you can see it all?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's there you go. Checking for a new version, install update. And this may or may not let us do it. It all depends on the version of Windows you're doing. And we'll see. Cannot open package app. So don't worry. We're going to do that again. Because sometimes it's your, okay, we're going to ignore that. It's still going to, see, it still opened it. So there's no panic mode here. You know, sometimes they do something with a particular line item or whatever. So if that becomes persistent, you can notify Michael and I could tell you, no, just hit cancel. See if it comes up like that, hit cancel. See, the world does not end. We're going to open the database.
Okay.
Okay. And so I'm going to click on it. Am I in the right file folder? Scorekeep version 2. I like to make sure that I'm in the right folder.
And do you mind if I open up?
You can open yours too. Absolutely. Follow along. They're going to look pretty simple. I wasn't sure
if it would save or. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. All right. I'm going to hit open. And that's it. It's done. So up here in the left-hand corner, you can see that those are last month's. Okay. Achiever, and that must be, I don't know what that was. We didn't have rising stars. Maybe we talked about maybe having rising stars. Let me see what it is. Nope, nothing there. Okay. Try that. How about now? Oh, there it is. Okay, well, that one doesn't look good because there's nothing there. There you go. Okay. So that's last month. And so you can, Rocky, if you want to, I think you can right click on that or don't click that. You can click that one and you can delete it, I think. And we don't want to do that. All right. We won't mess with it. All right. We'll ignore that one for right now. So you're in that one. And so you should be able to go over. So you got 3. Let me just go over basically. You got 4 tabs here. Okay. 5 setup. We'll come back to that one, but that's going to talk about all your parameters. Okay. That's where you add your meet. You can edit your meet. You import questions and import team info. Okay.
Okay.
If you want me to go over something, let me know. This is your meets and reports. So this is going to tell you, we'll click that box. But if you hit dashboard, it's going to give you, this is what you did in October. But as you can see from this one, here's like your schedule. Well, you have nothing turned in yet. So this is what November will look like before you get started. Okay.
Oh, Roger. Okay. So this is actually the turned in portion and the
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah. I'm just showing you. Yeah, this is I don't know why this database was created, or this meet was created, but it's not, I'm just using it as an example. Okay. So we'll go back here and then this is your schedule. This is what you would print out, email, send to Jennifer, whatever. I like this one because it has the teams and the quizzers on it. And that way oh wait, no, we moved Benton to, team 2. And you say, well, it's too late now. But you could send it out. She could send it out an email, tonight or tomorrow, and say, this is what we had last time. Have you made any team changes? Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then scores. This is where we go back. This is going to show your team scores through here. And then this is all your quizzers, your top quizzers. Okay. It's that new kid, Naomi Rivera. She's pretty good. Gotta watch out for her. Score override. Some of the other stuff. These 2 right here, score override and Q report. You don't really need to use those right now. Q report, I'll hit it for you. It shows you. It helps you track when questions are answered and when questions aren't answered. Okay, so it's probably nothing to do at some later date if you want to play with it. It's information. Score override, that'll take you to another sheet, and there's another way to do this. So I'll show you that in a minute. Complete report. This is where you go if you want to get a more detailed report. Okay.
Okay.
PDF if you want to generate a PDF report to send it to Jennifer to, there's, that's still that same report. Okay. Got to get out of that. Let's go back up here. If you hit this now. Now, apparently nothing right now. So I don't know, maybe we need to do a different meet, but I know you're familiar with HTML and an email. If you want to email all of your coaches, that's how you can do that. Update your data, update your scores, and we'll come back and talk about that later. And a blank schedule is if for some reason you wanted to, print on a blank schedule to do it manually, it's there for you. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
Not really.
Okay. It's kind of, for a guy like you, it's kind of self-explanatory. Here are all the teams in Penn, Florida. Okay.
Okay.
So when you go to create a meet, you're going to have to search for your teams. So you scroll down and there's Faith Assembly. There's First Assembly. You're looking for Jacksonville Team 1 West Side, so you can click on that one. Well, we'll come back to that, but that's all your team information. Okay. These buttons here are if you want to add a quizzer, okay, or add. I don't worry about adding officials, Rocky. I just so much easier to put it all on a piece of paper, a Word doc, an Excel spreadsheet, whatever Jennifer or you guys like to work with. I just go room number 1, room number 2, and I put QM, judge, score, time, and then I just fill it out, especially as small as you guys are. It's not that big of a deal. Okay.
Okay.
Move quizzer. This is the most important thing I have to teach you with this page. Okay. You're familiar with database files and how they work. You simply can't change a quizzer's name. Okay. So if I click on your team, you see, well, not good. Let me do it. Back in the old day. That's good. So there's your quizzers. I guess they're already there. Okay. You could click on Benton and overwrite his name and change him to Joe Smith. Okay. Problem with this is that, as you know, database files, Joe Smith will have Benton's score from October. Okay.
Okay.
Because all you're doing is changing the name, but the computer still associates that cell with those scores. And so it doesn't know who Benton Schick is, but it does know who, X27 is. You follow me?
Gotcha.
Okay. So what you want to do is if you're going to move a quizzer, it's already thought of, you hit move quizzer. You go and find A, by the way, is achiever, R's is rising stars, and S is searcher. So you go in here and you find Jacksonville. Okay, team 1. Let's say one of these kids, since you only have the one team, actually we'll just pick on Jesus Family Ministries. Okay, and you click that, you're going to move Benton Stick to Jesus Family Ministries. See that? You hit okay, and Benton's gone. All right.
Okay.
But usually this is how that happens. We'll just do the right team there. Let me find it here. And Rocky, Saturday morning, I'm just going to do chores around the house. I ain't going nowhere. So you call me. Okay. All right, here we go. So let's say, Twinkling calls or emails you tomorrow night and says, oh, I need to move Anna to my second team. Okay. So then you click on Anna, move quizzer, and then see there's Anna, and then you find the team that Twinkling wants you to move her to, team 2. And so there you go. Hit okay, and it's done. Follow?
Yes.
Okay. So that's really, this page here is that's all you're really going to use this for. Okay. Because if someone adds a team or adds a quizzer, they're going to do that. You're going to send them to the website. Okay.
Okay.
The registration page. Just say, just go into your registration, make a change. All right. We'll talk about that in a minute. Next one is awards. Ignore it for right now. It's a work in progress. Okay.
Okay.
Score entry. Okay. Score entry. I would imagine you'll call me or Rihanna if you have a problem here. So let's say Twinkling calls you. It's now Saturday evening at 6 o'clock, and she finally got around to looking at the stats that are automatically posted on the internet and says Anna is short 10 points. And we found it. The coach gave the 10, we gave the 10 points to another quizzer, and you need to move it. That would be the only time you're going to make these changes. Okay. And then that's where the instructions are right here. You're going to open a tablet. You're going to go to that room. You're going to make that change. Okay. But like I said, usually you'll call me. I can, anybody can make that change for you. But I'll walk you through it. And Rocky, that might happen once a season. So, okay.
Got it.
All right. Let's go back to this one. I gave you a brief overview, and I guess we'll go through these tabs. File tab, new database. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Open database, we did that. Open demo database. You can play with all this. Just if you do, create a backup database. You can play with your own database, but make a new one. Take the database you've got right now, change the name to Rocky's Playhouse, and you can open it up and mess with all this stuff. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Update status. We did that already, remember, and it's for some reason it wants to they made some change that's not compatible with Windows 11 or 10. I'm running Windows 11, but anyway, maybe I didn't update lately. Web links. Okay, you hit this. This is where the scoreboard comes up. Okay, here's the scoreboard. And I think I've showed you this in the past. This is where all that shows up. These are those rooms. Okay, do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. So if your coaches want access to scoreboard, let me go back to the database, then that's where that is. You can take that link and you can highlight this information. I guess that was where I wanted to be. Copy, go in and go in and create a, there you go. And, do an email. Okay.
Okay.
In my opinion, Scoreboard's the most underutilized app we have because everybody thinks they need, no, I spelled scoreboard wrong. But, we think we have to have a scorekeeper for our team. We can't provide Rocky with enough officials, but we can have a team scorekeeper. Anyway, that's what that's all about, brother. And then the next one is ePost. I'm gonna suggest we don't use that. It's old technology, works still great. Some people like the Penn Florida District Junior Bible Quiz Coordinator likes to use it, so she can. But moving forward, eDashboard's where we're going to go, and it's going to take you back to that scoreboard. Okay. But I don't know how that works because that's not looking right. So I would work with scoreboard, and then I'll show you some other stuff in a minute. All right, help is just that. The video training, this video training here is how to use easy score training playlist. All right. And I wouldn't worry about schedule updater editor. That's not for you. That's for the Great Lakes region. Those teams like to adjust their schedules. And then check for updates is just like this one over here. And it automatically checks for updates again. On the help, the only button I ever use is the video training. Okay. And that's if somebody shows up and they're going to do easy score and you don't have time to train them. You say, hey, watch these videos. Okay.
Okay.
And then issue report. That would say this information is Rihanna's, but you might want to take that out. This is if you want to understand why you're getting that error message when we first turn the computer on. This is where you would ask that, and that's going to the guys that have developed this software, Michael Scott and Kevin Gallo, and they usually get back to you in 24 hours. This is not something you use if you need a fix like right now. Okay, you call me, you call Rihanna, you call Larry Mullins, or you call me and I would tell you to call Larry Mullins. Okay. Just if I don't explain these buttons to you, then you'll never know. All right, so we did all that. And so we're gonna go back to score. So this is what we're gonna do. I'll create it in mine. You don't have to, okay? Because I'll delete mine and I've already made a backup. Okay, so I'm gonna add a meet. Okay. So I hit add a meet, it's gonna bring up a whole new screen. Okay. I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna find, this has got to get fixed, but they don't think about leagues our size. So I won't pick on them too bad, brother, but you know, when you're one of the biggest. All right, so you're gonna, you can do control, well, you know how to use a keyboard. All right, so I got those. And then I'm just missing that church from Jacksonville. Not that church, not West Side. Where's the other one? Hey, this is it right here, Freedom Fighter. Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. See, now you appreciate why I would always like you to put your church name somewhere, but you know who you are, so you're okay. So it's all there. So see how I did that? I just clicked and highlighted them all. Okay. Then I hit this button right here. Boom. Okay. You look up here, Rock, you go, oh man. Well, this works because I would make, I don't think they had three. Yeah, they had that one TBQ team that somehow is still in our JBQ. So you can go like this too. Let's do this. Which one is that? Yeah, see, I got to guess. All right, I'm going to say it's the middle of the last two. So they only have one, right? Yeah, they put two. All right, so you can just be like, boom, gone. All right, yep, we got lucky. So those are three teams. All right, and then you can randomize everything. Get randomized. You want to change it around? Like, yeah. So I guess it doesn't really matter. And then you can number your rooms. You can do A, B, C, or D. You can do A1, however you want to do it. Okay. You can change room name if you want to. Down here, I think Rihanna would prefer you follow this up here, this format. So you're going to go NE Achiever. September. Okay. And you can even put a 23 in there if you want. All right. So that's done that. That's all good. And then this is where I get a little rusty, dude. I can't remember how. I think we want to do round override at 6. Right? We want to do a double round robin. That would be 6. Okay. And hit over here. Yeah, there you go. See? That's 6. Because I know what a diehard you are, Rocky. You could go 12 too if you wanted to. Just do 12 rounds.
You know, it's
because that's
Jennifer's now right next to me.
She's now standing right next to you. Okay, so she's excited about you doing 12 rounds. I'm just kidding.
Now, I noticed that you put the 6 rounds and it generated them, but
yes. Somehow you muted yourselves, guys.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Don't blame Jennifer. She's not a good husband. Take it on the chin for her, okay? Quiet.
So
don't blame
we did this. I can see that there are no, it shows it as match like room 2, but there is no room 2. So shouldn't there be a difference for buys?
Yes. Yeah. So I think you could do this. I think you could change and then room 2 is that. And then see, I don't think you have enough. Yeah, room 2 is just your buy room. You used to be able to, oh, there you can. So here you go. And just go, it's only 2-digit, but there you go. So I know how to spell buy. Okay, just don't make fun of me. It's BYE, but there you go. See? Rocky, did you see how I did that?
Yes.
Okay. So does that make sense, Jennifer?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any questions on this?
I guess I'm sure we'll probably go over it, but would we continually update this database?
No, we're not gonna. You're not gonna make your database until Thursday. Like Jennifer had already told your teams to let her know by tomorrow night who's coming and if they got any changes. Okay. And now, I know Jennifer heard me earlier. So if they want to make changes, they want to move Anna to team. I mean, they won't in this side. So these folks, there's no moving. So they just got to tell you if they're going to add any quizzers. If they're going to add quizzers or delete quizzers, they got to do that on the registration site. Okay.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, registration site?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And to actually build the database itself, do
Okay, I'm coming to that,
Or-
brother. All right,
oh.
so this is good, right? No questions about this screen. We're gonna hit save.
I think I do have a question.
Okay,
So you mentioned that we would build this on Thursday because we gave them until Wednesday to give us that information.
correct. And you can
Or-
change that in January and say, I want it, oh, you could say I want it by Sunday, like Rihanna does.
Yeah. So my question is, if I were to actually create this today and Twinklin emails me tomorrow and says I have a change, would that be a problem, or could I
No.
still?
No, you missed that part. We'll go back to that. Let me hit save here. Well, it's once I create the meet, it becomes a little bit more challenging. So but I'll show you that. So hit save. Then you go back to teams and quizzers. Okay. So let's pick on Twinklin. There she is right there. Team 1, I think, is that a TBQ team? 18 would be, yeah, they're all kids. Okay. So she wants to add, so you could say add quizzer. Okay. And it's going to say name and everything and save changes. And so that's going to put that quizzer right here. Okay. So that's pretty easy. All right. It's not saying anything about moving it to a proper team. All right. So that's all you'd have to do. If she wants to add a quizzer, if she wants to delete a quizzer, you can go into the team and show hidden. So you can go like this, show hidden. And then we could take Samuel off and then Samuel's gone. Okay, go back and show hidden. There's Samuel. And Samuel's back. Okay, likewise, in the middle of a quiz match, I think you guys have heard me use the word extra one. And so remember, Rocky, what I said about overriding the cell. And so if extra one, they go ahead and Twinklin brings Joe Kingston, right? You would just double click on that and change that to Joe Kingston. Remember that extra one cell, and you lose extra one for the rest of the season, but oh well. Or if you really want to, you can change. I wouldn't change these, but that's the worst case scenario. That's why you have so many extras. Everybody good on that?
I think so.
All right. I don't expect you to memorize this all. Like I told Rocky, I'll be here for Saturday. Friday, I'll be available for phone calls in the afternoon as I drive back from Nashville. I'll drink lots of coffee so I can be somewhat coherent. And also, Rihanna's really good at this. Tim McDaniel's good at this. Mark Judas is great at this. So, okay. We good on this one?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, she says somewhat tentatively. All right, let's go to a question you had earlier. Let's go back to setup. Okay. We've created our meet. All right, now we're going to import questions. So we'll unclick this one. We got this one clicked. Okay. Achiever September, which is not the month we're in. We're actually in November, but anyway, it'll work. You can edit the meet. Let's say you do that. It's a good time. Let's correct my mistake right now. You just go. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay.
Wait.
Yes.
Go to. Oh, I see it now. Edit meet. Sorry.
Yep. Edit meet. Yep. Add meet. Edit meet. I don't know how to remove meet. We've discovered that one of these meets up here is like there's no information in it. So, but import questions. Okay. So there we go. As you can see, there's no questions there. So we've got this one is highlighted. You can change it. See, there's October. Green is 30-point questions. Yellow is 20. Looks good. See, again, Jennifer, there's those 11 rounds. We don't care. Okay. As you know, we've already created November, and there is not 20 rounds in November, but there's 20 question sets. So we're going to go import questions. Wait a second. Let me do something. This here is new to me. Okay. So, but I can see what I'd have to do. It would be
Yeah.
10, 7, and 3, but let's just see what it does. It may give us an error. If it does, we'll fix it. Okay, so we're gonna go into the file folder where, the November quizzes are. Okay, we're gonna hit Achiever, hit Open. And didn't give us, see, it defaulted it. So there you go. Now, a smart person never takes anything for granted. Because I've made this mistake. This is my number one mistake in my life, is this mistake. So we're gonna go, where's my desktop? That's not my desktop. All right, and I'm gonna open up this. This is the quiz match. And I just spend 2 seconds here. So question number 1's a 10. I usually look for the 30s. Question number 10 is a 30. Question number 10 is a 30. And whoever generated these quizzes cost us a lot of paper by leaving those scoring hints in there. Question number 10 is indeed a 30. Question number 14 is a 30. Yes. And question number 19 is a 30. Okay, if you guys got issues with integrity, then try to find somebody that doesn't have a kid. If you want them to check your point values, make sure you match. But you see that the chances that you're going to get your 30-point questions in the right order are zero, are accidentally. So what I'm saying is you're just checking to make sure, because I have done this, loaded in the wrong questions. Okay, that's why I don't do it anymore. But you know what I'm saying? You could accidentally load in September questions. To you, it's going to look great. Okay, I got my 10s, 20s, and 30s. Great, but they're the wrong sequence, and that's a headache. So, all right, so they're there. That's it. Okay.
These are the ones that Rihanna sends out, correct?
Yes, those are the ones that Rihanna sent out, and I think I sent those to Jennifer already. So I will send that file folder to you right now. We'll get rid of that bad spelling and we'll just put questions. And then we'll get rid of that. And here you go. So I'm allowing you time to think while I do this. All right, and we're going to attach. Now, hopefully the whole folder will go. No, it doesn't want to do that. So we'll attach all of them.
And Dan, is that the one that Rihanna sent out that has the questions for the year?
Yep.
Okay,
And
Raj,
it's just gonna let me send you November's. I'm pretty sure that you guys have them all already, but now at least you have November. If you don't, and then like I said, Tim is working on your Rocky. You weren't on. I told Jennifer. Tim's working on your TBQ stuff. We're gonna have you do JBQ this month, and then we'll figure out. I'll do TBQ, and I'll send Jennifer the schedule on Friday, and I will send you guys the links to be able to access the data so you can give your reports. And then I'll monitor that first thing Saturday morning. So I'll be make sure I'm online. I'll be with you, available from 9 to like 10 on Saturday morning. I'll be drinking coffee and I'll find something creative to keep me busy. But I'll make sure that it is flowing on that regards. And I can monitor your other data. Okay, your JBQ data.
I have a question.
Yes,
I know you were talking about having 2 different databases, but I just wanted. Were you talking about the same database on 2 different devices so that we don't get it confused? But it's the same exact database, or JBQ has its own database and TBQ has a different database?
That's correct. The second of the 2.
Okay, so they are 2 completely separate databases.
Yes, at this point, yes.
Okay.
Okay, and I don't know. I'm going to have a meeting with Tim and Rihanna, and maybe this is just the way we do it the rest of the year. But like I told you, Jennifer, Tennessee does it where it's all in one. I know it can be in one database. It's just like Rising Stars, or Searcher. It's just another meet that you're going to create. Another, if you were doing Rising Stars, you would just, add that. Where's Rising Stars? You just add another meet, so you would have Rising Stars. So, go down
Oh.
here and do the same thing and add rising stars or TBQ. It's just, and then Rocky would have access to all of it. And I'm not opposed. If Rocky comes back to me and says, I want to do it, then, in January, we can do it. He can do it. So, and I think Rocky's that kind of guy. So he's going to say, no, I can handle it all. But
Now, the website where we register for JBQ feeds into this database.
correct. See this yellow button down here?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So if you make changes here, let's say we go back here and like you were saying, we're going to add we're going to move Anna, or, Rocky does all this. He would just hit this button when he's all done. Meets have changes, and you click that. I don't want to click that because I got this bogus November one. I'm not going to do that. But you click that yellow button, it will go up. The information goes up to that website, and it also downloads any changes. So that's what I'm saying. If Twinklin makes her changes tomorrow night after church and she moves her kids around on that site, I'll get an email. I don't know that Rocky or you will get an email right now. If I get one, I'll send it to you. But that means that changes automatically be made. Or you guys go on tomorrow night after service and make those changes. Then if you make it there, it'll automatically be changed. And then you hit this button and it'll go that way. Okay, it'll make those changes. Make sense? Rocky?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm actually shaking my head thinking my phone.
I know. I know that like I'm better off answering Jennifer's questions because she's going to ask more questions, because it doesn't always make sense to her, to where you're probably going, oh yeah, and you're looking at it from a programmer database background. So she's not. So if I'm answering her questions, I'm probably answering your questions too.
Yes.
So the next thing we'll do is and those videos should be out there already, and I think I've showed you already on the tablets. Once you're satisfied, Rocky, and you're happy, then you're just going to take your tablets, you're going to turn your tablets on and reload the database. Okay. It'll take the information, all this information is going to go up to the server. And then when you log your tablet in, it'll go to the server, look for new information. It'll ask you if you want to reload databases. You'll hit yes, and you should be good to go. Okay. And you just got to go up there and change your meet and change your room, which I showed, I think, Jennifer or you. Okay. But again, Friday night, just shoot me a text and I can jump on real quick, a quick phone call, and I can walk you through that. That's super easy anymore. Just make sure your tablets are charged up. That's your biggest thing with those Androids.
Would you say we should, like when I go in on a Friday night to set up, that I should put them on the charger overnight?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But the one thing we've all noticed is that they hold a charge much longer than they used to, than the Windows ones do. Android doesn't require as much, I guess, not constantly looking for an update. So they hold the charge much longer. And I usually, me or Rihanna will log into an Android tablet here in another day or two, and if we see something, we'll send you an email saying, yeah, there is an Android update, but their updates take like 2 minutes, and then it's done. It's not like you guys have sat in a quiz meet where you had to wait 10 minutes because it's this Windows has decided to do everything's a critical security update with Windows, and they override. We put blocks on, no updates. Anyway, I'm telling a story. So. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you're good. I like the Androids a lot, so I'm confident in that. And I'm confident in this too. This works out good. Okay, I think you have enough to get Rocky in trouble. And so I've created a backup. But so Rocky, no matter what you do, I have a backup. So we'll go from there. I don't know if anything else you guys need.
Okay.
And
yeah,
again,
I have to hear from them, and then once I do, then we are gonna create our own meet. But
correct.
That's what you're saying. Yes. Goes wrong, you'll have it backed up.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I'll have a meet that doesn't have any of your new information. When Rocky updates that, I should be able, when Rocky creates his meet, I should be able to go in here and like on Friday night or something, or I may text you guys and say, hey, are you guys all done? Because I'll hit this button, the yellow button down here, and it will update my database on my computer as well. So then I'll have a clean backup for you also. Okay.
Okay, so when we go, we create it, make sure everything is updated, and then we upload the questions.
Yes.
At the very end is when we click upload changes to the biblequiz.com for easy score. So we
Correct.
will do that, or that's only if after we've saved it, if we have more changes, then we have to upload the changes.
After you save it and something happens on Saturday morning, that's when you're going to want to hit this. Okay. Or you go in manually. If you have to, that's where you go into here. As if I understand the question correctly, it's now Saturday morning. You know, they all sent you their stuff tomorrow night, and all of a sudden, you know, now Veronica brings you a new quizzer. You know, they've got this exciting young lad who wants to join the team. And so you would have to go add, you know, go in here, add quizzer, you know, make sure you get the right team here, add quizzer, and then you would hit this yellow button, and then you would have to go back to the tablets and hit, you know, reload databases, and it will add, you know, Joe Smith.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I think Rocky's got that part. I think that's the part that probably makes the most sense to Rocky. I got that, you know, so. Are you nodding your head, Rock?
I am.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to make sure I'm talking for you, but yeah.
It does.
Yep. And the thing that I want to encourage you the most, you know, if once that information is on a tablet, you can have a catastrophic failure of your hard drive on the scoring tablet, the one you're on right now, Rocky, and that data is still there. That data is saved to the server. Okay. There's no ever having to call coaches anymore and saying, do you happen to have a copy of your paper score sheet? Okay. Everything is in duplicate. Every file that goes up is not only saved to that area where it generates the data, but there's also a backup folder that the guys only have access to. You can't get to it. And so for some reason, if there's both fail, your laptop fails and a tablet fails, there's backup on that one.
Now, where, just like you created that that November meet.
Yes.
Let's say it's Friday night and I've created the meet. How do I sync it?
This yellow button right here.
Oh, that's where the yellow button comes in. Raj. Okay.
Now, when
Upload
we
changes to biblequiz.com for easy score. That's where it is. And at the same time, what you're not realizing is that I think you can. I'll be doing this on Thursday night or Friday morning, but I think that. Oh no, hit the wrong button. I think please ignore my screen. So I have access to a lot of databases. So where's one of ours? I don't want to open up somebody else's. So here we go. JBQ. Okay, so I can go in here. I think I may have you go here, Rocky, and hit the Scorekeep report. I'm not going to do it. Actually, I can. And see it is downloaded more information, and you're going to I could take that file and have you upload it. Okay. And you would take that, and that I don't know that you're going to need to do this. That's why I didn't tell you about it before. But then you would go here and go here. Okay. And you would go wherever that was downloaded, and you hit open, and that basically would change. Yeah, it would change. It changes all of this, but it keeps it the same, but it would be a complete. It does it the right way. You're not overwriting Anna information. You are simply, if Anna's already there, the database recognizes it. But if Joe Smith is not there, Joe Smith would appear there. Okay. I think that's the part maybe I missed earlier. And when you make changes, this is what happens. And so what Rihanna does instead is if Twinkling goes into this site, okay, and what she does is, now let's go in there and I'll show you. She'll go in here just like you do. She'll go in and she'll edit her team, right? I don't want to click. I'll click on your team because you'll get an email. Oh, there you are. Okay, so you made a change. That yellow made you guys made a change. So you go there and you edit this. So you make these changes, Rocky, and as soon as you do that, if you make a big change, an email will go out. Okay. And an email will notify me, or probably notifying Rihanna, that there's a change been made, and she'll forward it to you and let you know. Okay.
Okay.
And then you take that. This is what Mark Lojudas and Shirley, everybody likes to do this better than the automatic way. And then they come in here and do this, right? So they'll add a quizzer or they'll move a quizzer. They like to maintain their database. And then when they're all done, they won't use this import. They'll just take the email, make the change manually, and edit this. Because again, with 3 JBQ teams and 4 TBQ teams, or 3 TBQ teams, it's just easier for them to do it that way for you. Okay. And that was kind of butchered on my part. I apologize, but hopefully you guys understood. That's the manual way of doing it. And I'm just telling the other league coordinators in Penn, Florida, prefer to do it that way. Okay. The manual way.
So like how I made a change yesterday, I wanted to make that, because what I found was that we were kind of short an official because one of our officials couldn't come.
Okay.
For the team. I wanted to make sure that say Jason was added as an official in case we needed him to official again.
Okay.
I made that last night and say we have not added a meet. So when I pull up this program that we downloaded the program that we downloaded yesterday, but after we downloaded it, I made that change. Does it automatically reflect here, or I need to go somewhere and click like, hey, update what's most recent from the website?
Yeah, I mean, in the case of an official, that's up to you. But you can do what you would do that very thing I just said a minute ago, right? So you would go here. You got to go back out here. And that may be something that I don't know that you and Rocky have the authority to do that. That's what I'm saying. So, but you could say, hey, can you check for downloads for me? Or can you check for changes? And I would go to downloads, hit the score report. It automatically loads it. And then, yeah, see this right here, this report would have your change of the official in it.
Okay. So I can't get that in the database without doing that step. So the database that I've downloaded. So it's not like
this is the high tech way. Okay. And that's fine. Or you would just go here, add an official. All right, you'd find your team. I think I've discovered where there we go. Right here. See that 4F gets me every time, Rocky. So there's your team. And then you would just hit add an official. Okay. And then you would just type in Jason's name, or you can go over here. Jason is not listed here. So yeah, you would add an official and type it in there, and you take, he never wants to be a, quiz master, which is unfortunate for him, and you make these changes. Okay. And he's picked, I guess. I don't know what that means. So does that make sense now? Let's do it.
Kind of on the website, it showed that I had like 7 officials, but when we're looking in here, it only shows 2.
Yeah.
So the database will not update the rest of the year with all the people that are in here. I just basically need to manually do it.
You can do it that way, yes. And it may only be showing 2 officials because that's all you're required to have. So I don't know that your other officials aren't already on. It's only showing 2. So, okay. let's see, how many does the registration site shite? So now you're gonna get me going. I've only got got till 6:15 on this, so I apologize. I think these are all your officials, yeah, right here.
So the only one I added yesterday was Jason, just because we ended up having to use him as an official because all of our teenagers are in XP5
Yeah,
and one lady couldn't come. But
Yeah.
what I
you wanna
noticed is
mention-
it only shows the two.
Yeah, but you do clearly have 7. So I created this database using this information. So I'm thinking, Jennifer, they may be in there, but since you only need 2, it's just showing 2 and see. Yeah, I don't know. You shouldn't be an official. So, but you are a quizmaster. So I guess, and you do quizmaster. So never mind. You need to be an official. Forgot about that. Yeah. So I don't know. That's a good question.
Okay.
If you'd like, I'll play with my copy, later today. Right now, I think if I were you guys, I would simply work on doing everything manually.
Yeah.
And so maybe send an email out, Jennifer, to Veronica and Twinklin saying, if you got any changes to your roster, please let me know so I can make the changes manually. Okay.
Okay.
And then Rocky knows this. I can guarantee you, Rocky and I went over this while you were still driving. So he's got this.
Okay.
Is he nodding his head?
Yes, he
Okay,
is.
good. All right, good. All right, so this might be easier for now. And like I said, Tim, I'll work with Tim on your TBQ stuff, and so that should be fine. And like I said, that's the same way you did last time. The database was here in Tennessee, and we used those reports and stuff on the phone, and I shared that with information with you. Okay. Any questions?
No.
Yeah, I think I'm good for now.
And I got to be honest with you, Jennifer. I think you and I could go on for an hour, and we would both enjoy it. But if you look at Rocky in his head, there are things. The wheels are spinning, and so he reminds me of Larry Mullins, the guy who designed this. He probably wants me to shut up so he can start playing with it. So, if not today, he'll do it tomorrow morning. And so he's probably nodding his head right now, like go, guy. So unless you guys have any other questions, I'm going to pray for you, and then I'll let you go. But last chance for questions, Jennifer.
Nope.
Okay. And you can call me, Jennifer. Like I said, I'm on the road for 8 hours on Thursday. So feel free to call me. My lunch is from noon Central till about 2 Central time. So that's like 1 to 3 your time. So after that, I'll be on the road till about 7 o'clock your time. And so you guys, are working on that. You got a quick question, call me. Rihanna's probably already done with her stuff. So she'll probably be available on Thursday if you need to get a hold of her. So we'll get you taken care of. You guys are going to be great.
All right.
Okay. All right. I'll let you go. Let me pray. All right. Lord, I'm just so grateful for this couple, Father. I just ask, Lord, that you would just continue to pour out and give them both lots of wisdom, Lord. And I just ask that you just bless their heart, Father, and anoint them and give them wisdom beyond their years, Father. And just pray that this all makes sense to Rocky and Jennifer. Father, I just pray that Jacksonville just begins to come alive with more Bible quiz churches and family discipleship training and people learning more about how important it is that they disciple their kids and the fun that there is in the Bible quiz ministry, Lord. I just pray that you just bless them, keep them, and anoint them, Father, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Hey, Dan.
Yes, sir.
Can I get a video?
What's that? A copy
Whenever
of the
you-
video? Yeah, that's a good idea, brother. And if you know how to edit video, maybe you can do that for me. So yeah, I'll send it to you right as soon as I'm done. I'll do it. I think I'll do it the same way I did the other stuff I sent you. I'll put it in my Google Drive, and then I'll just send you the invite. I'll do that right now before I get off my desk. Okay, so you'll have that to look at right now.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. Well, geez, that worked out good. Great idea. All right.
All right. Bye.
God bless you both. Thanks. All righty. Bye-bye.